Welcome into another episode of the Crypto Dojo Show, where we discuss everything that you should know about the space of crypto. Uh, Today, I just want to um, share some information to help develop perspective. Again, I am a frame of reference phenom. So, what I want to do is provide you with information so that you can have frames of reference, things to bounce your thoughts against, information that you may not have been presented before. We are living in the age of information. Now, it is important to source information as well, which is why I choose certain things. So, boom, I could get some of this information that I'm going to show you from Wikipedia, but I go to specific sources because it does lend more credibility to the information. So, what I want to talk about today is this. We are living through an economic transition that has not that hadn't happened in my lifetime for sure, and my parents' lifetime. We're living, maybe my grandparents would have been babies. We're living through something that hasn't happened in about 100 years. We're living through a global restructuring of powers, and this has to do with economics. This has to do with money. So, what I want to do is start from 2008, the global financial crisis that happened in 2008, and go from there to where we are now and where we're going. And all of this involves crypto. Crypto is involved in this transition. So let me just get right off into it. The global financial crisis. So the global financial crisis refers to the period of extreme stress in global financial markets. Now, this started in the United States in 2008. It refers to the period of extreme stress in global financial markets and banking systems. We're talking about money between mid 2007 and early 2009. During the GFC, a downturn in the U.S. housing market was a catalyst for a financial crisis that spread from the United States. This is from the Reserve Bank of Australia now. This is the Reserve Bank of Australia. During the GFC, a downturn in the U.S. housing market was a catalyst for a financial crisis that spread from the United States to the rest of the world through linkages in the global financial system. Many banks around the world incurred large losses and relied on government support to avoid bankruptcy. So, an event that took place in the housing market in the United States of America caused banks around the world to incur losses. And those banks had to rely on their governments to avoid bankruptcy. So what we see immediately is that the global financial system is interconnected. So if something major in a negative sense happens in one place, it could cause a cascading effect. It could cause dominoes to fall. Millions of people lost their jobs as the major advanced economies experienced their deepest recessions since the Great Depression in the 1930s. Recovery from the crisis was also much slower than past recessions that were not associated with a financial crisis. So we hadn't seen anything to that degree since the 1930s. And when that situation happened, listen now, it's finna get good. I say it's finna get good. When that's a second ago, did I not say we hadn't seen nothing like this in about 100 years? In the 1930s, when that situation happened, there was another changing of powers. There was another restructuring, reordering of powers. So what I'm simply saying is that we are living through our version of the 1930s Great Depression restructuring of global powers. We're living through that sort of event. It's not the same thing. You know, history doesn't repeat itself, but it often rhymes, is what I heard. History doesn't repeat itself, but it often rhymes, is what I heard. So, what I'm saying is, in 2008, the world went through a global financial crisis, and it was the United States that started it. Right? Okay. Well, what happened? After that, countries started looking at the United States like, hey, what y'all got going on over there? What y'all got going over there? You know what I'm saying? Whatever y'all got going over there, y'all got the whole boat rocking. Y'all got the whole boat rocking. Y'all got banks over here about to collapse. Y'all got these people running in here trying to get money from us. Us being the government, y'all got the banks over here. They can't pay their bills. Now we got to pay their bill. What y'all doing over there? What y'all got going on? We need to know. So what happened? Well, all of a sudden, the evolution of BRICS. The evolution of BRICS. Well, what is BRICS? The leaders of BRIC. It started it before South Africa. It was just the BRIC group, and then South Africa joined, and it made it the BRICS group with an S. The leaders of BRIC, Brazil, Russia, India, and China, countries, met for the first time in St. Petersburg, Russia, on the margins of G8 Outreach Summit in July 2006. Shortly afterwards, in September 2006, the group was formalized as BRIC during the first BRIC foreign ministers meeting, which met on the sidelines of the general debate of the UN Assembly in New York City. After a series of high-level meetings, the first BRIC summit was held in, we're going to say Wyburg, Russia, on the 16th of June, 2009. 2009, BRIC group was renamed as BRICS, Brazil, Russia, India, China, South Africa, after South Africa was accepted as a full member at the BRIC Foreign Ministers meeting in New York in September 2010. So what we see is, shortly after the financial crisis of 2008, now these countries had already been chopping it up. They had already been chopping it up. They already had conversation. You know what I'm saying? They already been, they already was whispering to one another about, hey, you know what I'm saying? What y'all got, you know what I'm saying? What they doing over here? You know what I'm saying? The United States, what they got going on over there? You know what I'm saying? Is it affecting y'all? How's it, they having conversations. Then boom! Financial crisis. 2008. It go crazy. Then boom! Now these countries really get together. Why are they getting together? What they getting together for? They are trying to build their own economic power, because the dollar is the world reserve currency. It's the world reserve currency, and it is the leading world reserve currency. But with that position, if it is not treated or run properly or effectively, whoever is in that position of power can affect other countries' economies. And these countries are to the point where, they like, hey, we don't want y'all to have this much power over our economies. Y'all have the power to, if we disagree with y'all, there's only one payment. Everybody uses SWIFT. There's only one payment system. There's only one payment system. SWIFT. Everybody uses SWIFT. Every country has to use SWIFT in order to facilitate trade and everything like that. They all use SWIFT. Now, if you happen to be on an opposing viewpoint against the United States, they can freeze your assets. They can, as a country, they can freeze your country's assets. If you know what I'm saying, that is a powerful position to be in. And so these countries, they, we might not necessarily agree with you philosophically. We might not agree with you from a monetary standpoint. We might not agree with you religiously. We might not agree with you on basketball or football or baseball, soccer, hockey, tennis, croquet, I don't know, car racing, Indianapolis 500. I don't know. We just might not agree with you. But just because we don't agree, you know what I'm saying? You can't block nobody money. Come on, man. If somebody got to trying to block your money, what you gonna do? What you gonna do is gonna be a problem. So it's a problem for these nations. These is nations. These grown folks. You know what I'm saying? These grown folks. When I think of nations, I think of these people as adults. These is grown-ups. You know what I'm saying? You can't be playing with no grown folk money. You better watch yourself. Shit. It's gonna be some metal come out. You playing with somebody's money. And we're not talking about $1,000 or $100,000, $1 million. We talking about some money. We talking about some money. You know what I'm saying? So, because there was a financial crisis, and because the United States sometimes has a tendency to be a little extreme, with these sanctions that they use as it relates to the SWIFT system, these countries decided, hey, why don't we get together and make our own payment system? Why don't we get together and make our own payment system? Why do we need to use this one? We can make our own. We can do it. We can do it. And they have meetings every year, and that's what they do. They have these meetings. They get together, and they say, we can do it. We can do it. That's exactly what they say. I went to one. I'm telling you. They get together. See, every year. Look, 2010, 2011, 12, 13, every year they get together. We can do it. And that's what they're doing. They're making their own payment system. They're making their own payment system. And this is so important. It's important. It's important to understand this, because if the dollar, listen to me now, if the dollar loses its world reserve currency status, which I don't think it's gonna just completely disappear, but I do believe it's not going to have as much power as it's had. It's going, let's say it's the world reserve currency, it holds 100% power. It holds 100% power. Once all of this, as this transition goes, that 100% is going to go to 90%. Then it's going to go to 80%. Then it's going to go to 75%. Then it's going to go to 73%. Then it's going to go to 70%. Then it's going to go to 67%. So on and so forth. You know what I'm saying? It ain't going to happen overnight, but it's going to be a slow transition. If you care about your children, if you care about your children's children and your children's children's children, you'd be concerned. You will be interested and not disinterested. You would want to know. You know what I'm saying? You would want to know these things. So it's important that we understand this transition that's taking place. So now, we see that there was a financial crisis. We see that countries started looking to the West like, man, what y'all got going on over there? Y'all messing stuff up. We don't like how y'all running stuff. We're going to get our own. We done trusted y'all to run it. You know what I'm saying? It looked like y'all not doing a good job, so we gonna have to do something on our own, and that's what we doing. So boom. Now, next thing. Now this is a government document. This is a government document here. Let me go back. This is the United States. This is the United States Sentencing Commission. This is their document. This is a government document. Now, what I want to show you on this government document is this. They have a Bitcoin glossary. This is from 2018. And what's interesting to me about this is you got this government document that got all these definitions. You got all of these definitions in here. And when you listen to these representatives at these hearings talk about digital assets and cryptocurrency, ooh, they sound so misinformed. They sound so misinformed. Yet and still, this is from 2018. I just came across this. But this is from 2018. It got a host of definitions. And when you listen to different elected officials and representatives have a conversation about digital assets, blockchains, and cryptocurrencies, they sound foolish. My God, they sound fugazi. No. I be listening to these folks and I just be like, where did they get this information from? Like, who? Who is they getting this information from? I don't understand. But what I want to show you on this document is this. Their definition of Bitcoin. And stay with me now, because I'm gonna tie it all together. I'm gonna tie it all together now. Listen. Bitcoin. A form of digital currency. Now keep in mind, this whole conversation has been about financial crisis. Listen to me now. The whole conversation has been about financial crisis. Look here. A form of digital currency. Digital currency. Created in 2009. Listen to me now. A form of digital currency created in 2009 that is created and distributed on a peer-to-peer basis. It has no central bank. Transactions are conducted directly between individuals. Bitcoin is the most popular kind of cryptocurrency. So now, that's not where I wanted to go. Pardon me. So now, in 2008, there was a global financial crisis that started in the United States and affected countries around the world because of linkages in the global financial system. In 2009, the BRICS countries got together to form their own economic bloc, their own economic group of countries who are creating their own separate payment system. In 2009, a digital currency payment system was introduced. Nobody knows where it came from. A white paper just showed up from somebody named Satoshi Nakamoto or Satoshi Nakamoto. It just came from the heavens right after the financial crisis of 2008. It just came from the heavens. And it solved the world's problems. Financial problems. So now, let me show you this. So the payment system that BRICS is going to use the BRICS Pay project. BRICS Pay is a joint venture between 5 BRICS countries that was launched in 2018 by the BRICS Business Council among the top priorities in the annual report. The team behind the venture consists of individuals from all 5 countries. This includes experts in payments, banking, technology, and other related fields. Technology. We're blending payments and banking and technology together. They are responsible for developing the platform, creating new features, and providing customer support. Additionally, the team is responsible for managing relationships with partners, governments, and other stakeholders. BRICS Pay is a digital payments platform that is being jointly developed by the member countries of the BRICS economic bloc. BRICS Pay aims to enable digital payments between the different countries in BRICS Plus format, allowing businesses and consumers to securely and seamlessly make and receive payments in their local currency. The platform is designed to reduce the cost and complexity of international payments while also providing a secure and reliable way to pay for goods and services. Boom. BRICS Pay principles and advantages. BRICS Pay set benefits from a combination of traditional payment systems and new technologies such as central bank digital currencies, decentralized finance, and tokenized assets. When you hear those terms, that's blockchain. When you hear CBDC, that is a type of digital asset that runs on blockchain. Decentralized finance is a term that, like, cryptocurrencies will fall under decentralized finance. That runs on blockchain. Tokenized assets are a type of digital asset that runs on blockchain. So this payment system, BRICS Pay, is a system it's being built on distributed ledgers and blockchain. Listen now. I promise you, I'm going to put it together. Listen now. In 2008, there was a financial crisis that started in the United States. And through linkages in the global financial system, it affected the rest of the world. In 2016, the BRICS countries had been having conversations with one another, and after the financial crisis in 2009, they formally band together. They created a payment system. But before they created the payment system, Bitcoin dropped down in 2009. It is the prototype for blockchains. It is the first blockchain. And all blockchains that have come after, people looked at Bitcoin and figured out, how can we improve this particular blockchain and make them better? Bitcoin is a blockchain, and the technology being introduced just allowed people to make it better. So in 2018, BRICS Pay. Now these countries have their own separate payment system away from what's going on in the United States to shield themselves. Listen to what I'm saying. This is why cryptocurrencies are important. You see how, look how, you probably didn't even think I was going to say nothing about cryptocurrencies. This is why cryptocurrencies are important. They are going to be a part of this entire ecosystem. This is the new world order. We're living through the development of the new structuring of global powers. That's what we're living through. And digital assets, cryptocurrencies, they are technologies that are going to finance, they are technologies that the new economic playing field is going to be built on. Everything's going to run on blockchain. But specifically in this conversation, it's more so just we talking about the money. We really just talking about the money. So yeah, it's important to just be aware of these things that are going on, because as time continues, as time progresses, we're likely to see a devaluing of the dollar. We're likely to see the lifestyle that I know my parents had, and before them, the lifestyle that they had, it's not going to be the same now and going forward. It's not going to be the same. I'm not saying that people aren't going to be successful or can't be successful. I'm not saying none of that. I'm just saying that if the dollar is not as valuable as it once was, what are you going to do? I mean, you can always do something, but the fact of the matter still remains: the dollar over the next few years is going to slowly start to lose its world reserve currency spot. And as it begins to lose that spot, and it has to share that spot with other currencies, it's not going to be as valuable. You're going to need more of them to purchase goods and services. Meanwhile, the price of goods and services going to go up. I got one more thing I want to show you, and then I'm going to let you go. I gotta grab my phone real quick so I can pull it up. Pardon me, I should have had it together, but I don't. So let me and I gotta show you this real quick. I had to go get this real quick because this is I came across this today. It's pertinent, and if it's pertinent, I got to share. I got to share because it's pertinent. I hope everybody's, had a wonderful day today. I hope everybody has done something productive today. I hope you are better today than you were yesterday. It's always a good thing to improve, to find ways to improve. Let me see if I can
take a look at this map. This is a map of the bricks.
This really isn't what I want to do. I really want to, because I don't know. I say I don't know. Let me find this real quick, because I can find it. Give me just this. Hold on. Let me. Yeah. Let me pull this up real quick. Hold on. I know. I'm pretty sure it was on this. Excuse me for taking up time. Let me see. I'm looking at my phone because I'm trying to see where this information is.
Recently, they've added this map.
I don't know why I keep showing. Hold on. It's not showing what I want to see. Yeah, because I'm looking at the wrong thing. That's why. Yeah, here we go. Man, I can read it, but I really want you to see it. Hold on, I gotta find it. Da, 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 da. Let me see. Okay, boom. Okay, this might be it right here. Wait a second. This might be it right here. Oh yeah. Yeah. Where is it at? Is it on here? Does it say it on here? They gave a timeline. I got to find it real quick. I'm gonna just read through this just to let me see if I come across it. But basically, what this is the Dollar Dominance Monitor. This is provided by the Atlantic Council, the Dollar Dominance Monitor. So basically, what this shows us, it tells us how dominant, with the dollar being the world reserve currency, it shows us how it's weakening. The U.S. dollar has served as the world's leading reserve currency since World War II. Today, when was World War II? When was World War II? Why do you think I'm asking that question? Have you been keeping up with the conversation? World War II, which began in 1939. Listen now. I'm finna run it back real quick. 1939. We had our financial crisis in 2008. The Great Depression was in the 1930s. The dollar became the world reserve currency in 1939. It's had that position up until now. Then we had another financial crisis in 2008. And then Bitcoin came out of nowhere. The BRICS countries got together. They have been looking at Bitcoin, the technology, blockchain. They have emulated aspects of that technology to create their own payment system. What I'm saying is, we're at the point where the world reserve currency is shifting. It's that time. The U.S. dollar has served as the world's leading reserve currency since World War II. Today, the dollar represents 58% of the value of foreign reserve holdings worldwide. The euro has the second most used currency, comprises the euro, the second most used currency, comprises only 20% of foreign reserve holdings. 20%. So the next closest currency is 38 percentage points away. The United States has over what? But in recent years, and especially since Russia's invasion of Ukraine and the Group of Seven's subsequent escalation in the use of financial sanctions. This is what I said now, financial sanctions, when you get to playing with folk money. Some countries have been signaling their intention to diversify away from dollars. What do you mean diversify away from dollars? They getting out of the dollar. They don't want to hold dollars no more. They don't want to hold the dollars, and so they want to trade in what they want to trade in. They want to trade in furs and boots and Fabergé eggs. They don't want to use the dollar. You know what I'm saying? They gonna trade in whatever they can trade in. They don't gotta, you know what I'm saying? This is a real life that we have. We don't gotta do stuff folks force. You know what I'm saying? They like, shit. Yeah, man, alright, y'all can keep hold it. We finna do something different anyway. You know what I'm saying? That's how they be feeling. Over the past 24 months, the members of BRICS, look at this now. Brazil, Russia, India, China, South Africa. Those are like the OGs. They recently added Egypt, Ethiopia, Iran, and the United Arab Emirates. Saudi Arabia is considering. Have been actively promoting the use of national currencies in trade and transactions. During this time, China has been expanding its alternative payment system to its trading partners and seeking to increase international usage of the renminbi. Renminbi. Excuse me. Um, there's something else specific that I want you to see. So the dollar dominance remains strong in reserves, trade, and transactions. Okay. This is what I want you to see right here. Right here. Key takeaways. The dollar's role, because this is going to give us a timeline. The dollar's role as the primary global reserve currency is secure in the near. Now, when these people say near, that means 1 to 2 years. Okay? Near means 1 to 2. And medium term. Medium means 2 to 5. 2 to 5. That's not that long. That's not that long. The dollar's role as the primary global reserve currency is secure in the near and medium term. That means the dollar's role as the primary global reserve currency is secure for about 5 years. The dollar continues to dominate foreign reserve holdings, trade invoicing, and currency transactions globally. All potential rivals, including the euro, have a limited ability to challenge the dollar in the immediate future. All right. Near is 1 to 2. Medium is 2 to 5. 2 to 5. 2 to 5. Now, I wish I knew exactly when they put that up. Because when did that 2 to 5 start? Is my next question. So, now, why am I saying all of this? I'm saying all of this to say that we are going through a transition. That transition that we're going through currently has often been referred to as the New World Order. It's not something that is, it's not no boogeyman. It's not nothing, you know what I'm saying? Ooh, it's not nothing mystical about it. It's something that has happened multiple times throughout history. It's happened multiple times, like 5, 6, 7 times. I know 5 for sure. So it's not anything new. It's just new to us because it's never happened while we were here. And it didn't happen while our parents hadn't experienced it. I mean, I'm speaking for myself. I don't know how old you are, but I'm just saying. The last time this happened was in the 30s. I wasn't here. I know my folks wasn't here. It happened in the 30s. So we don't know. We're not like plugged in. We have no understanding of this type of transition unless whoever went through the last transition wrote it down in a book, in a diary, and explained certain things so that their children and their children's children and their children's children could be prepared for something like this as much as you can prepare, but who can? But anyway, I'm just saying all of this to say that we are living through a transition of powers on this planet. And if you're in the position that the United States has been in, like if you're an American, it's possible that our standard of living could go down through this transition because the dollar's not gonna be the global reserve currency anymore. It's not gonna have that same dominant power anymore. Therefore, the standard of living is gonna go down. So it's just important to be aware of these things, and it's also important to know that cryptocurrencies are a major player in this new world order, in this new financial economic system that is being built. Cryptocurrencies are going to play a part in that, and this is not investment advice. I'm not a financial advisor, but cryptocurrencies are investment tools. that a person can diversify out of the dollar because we know it's losing value, it's better to start early rather than when it really start picking up, when it's like start hitting mainstream and people start talking about. Because what's gonna happen is they're gonna start talking about it on the news. It's gonna be on the news and they're gonna be like, we haven't seen anything like this since the 1930s. The last time there was a transfer of world reserve currency power status, it was da 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 da, and then they're gonna start giving you a history lesson and all of this when they could have been done, had this conversation so the people could have started preparing, but they didn't. So by the time it hit the news, it's already on the fan. You know what I'm saying? So it's just good to be aware and start learning about these things, so that for me, I'm just trying to put myself in the best position. Really not even for me, bro. It ain't even about me. You know what I'm saying? It's about the ones around me and the ones behind me. You know what I'm saying? That's what it's about. All of this other, I don't give a damn. I don't care. I'm not studying it. You know what I'm saying? I do it because I do this because that's what I'm supposed to do. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm supposed to do. It ain't even about no money. You know what I'm saying? It is, but it's not at the same time. I can give a damn. You know what I'm saying? Put me outside with the wolves. You know what I'm saying? A caveman. You know what I'm saying? I don't need none of that. But the people that's around me, the people that's behind me, I want to make sure that they good. So I gotta get connected to the information as much as I can, and then I gotta share what I know, so I can come across people who know more than me, who can bless me, so that I can continue to be a blessing. You know what I mean? But yeah, so that's all I got to say for today. I appreciate you as always for tuning in to the Crypto Dojo Show, where we discuss everything you should know about the world of crypto.